Hey, my lovely Serene Dream here with another pick a card reading. And today's requested topic is going to be, what will my honeymoon be like? So, of course, this is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with every person watching. So, only take what resonates, leave what does not, reverse the messages if that's how it fits your situation. If you would like to check out your monthly Zodiac readings or your general forecast for the rest of the year, or your love forecast for the rest of the year, you can go ahead and check out the Vimeo links below to view those. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, link to that information can be found in the description box as well. Follow me on Instagram at Serene Dream Things for daily guidance. And on the screen are three destinations. Go ahead and make your selection and we'll go ahead and begin. If you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. Okay, so for those who chose destination number 1, what will your honeymoon be like? Okay, I feel like from a lot of you, your spouse is going to want to surprise you with this destination. I don't feel like these are plans you're going to make together. I feel like when you're planning, the wedding and the honeymoon, your spouse might say, honey, leave the honeymoon plans to me. They're going to say, like, just trust me, you're going to love it. And I feel like it's something that they know. Either they know you're going to enjoy it, or it's something that you've expressed, like it's some place that they've expressed or you've expressed in the past that you would like to honeymoon at, and they remembered. But so yeah, it's like you can trust these plans to your spouse. They're going to surprise you, and I feel like you're going to trust them completely because you know that your partner has great taste. And they're going to plan it for a full week. So I feel like your honeymoon is going to be 7 days. I feel like it can't be any longer than that, because I feel like you're going to be marrying somebody who is probably quite busy. Like they have to get back to work. So like the most, or you could as well. I feel like the most time you all could take off for the honeymoon is a week. And so yeah, they're going to plan this incredible vacation for 7 days. And you're going to be, and I feel like they're also, along with like the destination planning, they're going to plan like all the activities out while you're there. And I feel like a lot of it is going to include relaxation, you being catered to, pampered. Like your partner is going to make sure that you have the ultimate memorable experience on this honeymoon. They're not even going to care about themselves. Like you might want them to be included more with the pampering, but they're going to be like, no, babe, this is all about you. Like this person is very much a pleaser. I'm picking up that you're marrying. And so yeah, like if there's a time where maybe you need some more rest, like they're like, sleep all you want, sweetheart. Like I'm gonna give you, make sure you have like breakfast in bed. I'm gonna send you to the spa, and like they're gonna enjoy activities with you. But if there's something that they feel that you might need a little bit extra of, they're going to make sure you have it, and then they'll be cool, with it just being you being extra pampered, extra catered to. That's what I'm picking up. It's like, yeah, it's like you all are celebrating both of you being married, but this person is going to be treating it like you're the person of the hour, like you're the person being honored. I'm also picking up hideaway. So yeah, I feel like wherever you're going to be honeymooning is going to be like a somewhat of a hideaway destination. It's not going to be some place where a lot of people are, not a place that many people frequent. And even if it is like a number of people there, I feel like the destination has like a hideaway feel. So every couple or patron has like their private quarters to like enjoy a lot of alone time. Like you have dinner alone, you have the room alone. It's like you have to go to a restaurant with a bunch of people, or enjoy a show with a bunch of people, whatever it is. And destination could vary from person to person, but I feel like the destination for many of you is going to have a hideaway feel, where it's going to feel like an oasis, or paradise for just the two of you. And I feel like you're really going to enjoy that because I'm hearing luxurious. So, yes, this destination for your honeymoon is going to have a lot of luxury involved. And I feel like you are a fan, many of you are a fan of luxury, and your person knows that. And I feel like your person enjoys luxury as well. So that's why they chose this spot, because it's low key, it's expensive, it's luxurious, it's private, it's not everywhere. It's not a place that everybody can go to or everybody can afford. Even if your person doesn't have it like that, I feel like they're going to make sure they save to give you this experience. Like, even if you never take a vacation like this ever again, they want to make sure that the honeymoon is like the best vacation of your lives, even if you can't take a vacation that is anywhere similar to that in the future. And I feel like you're going to be so in love with the whole experience and just fall deeper in love with your partner to know like how much they pay attention to you. Because I feel like everything that they're going to include is going to be something that you've expressed to them over the time that you've been dating, that you've known each other. And yeah, and I don't feel like it was just one conversation. I feel like from the day you met, this person has been taking notes about what you like, your interests, what you're into. And I feel like they're going to include a lot of those things in this honeymoon. And you're going to be shocked at how much this person has been paying attention to you over the years or over the time that you've been involved. Because for some reason, I'm picking up a very interesting message that when I mentioned years, I heard months. So maybe for some of you, you're going to be marrying this person after only months of knowing them. But I feel like it's not even going to matter, because it's going to feel like you've known each other forever, or known each other for a lot longer than the months that you have known each other. And I'm also picking up another interesting fact that this person has money, so they are very well off. I know I mentioned before that they're going to make sure that even if they have to save to give you this experience, this person, they have the money for to give you this experience, and they can make it back. Whatever they spend on this, I feel like they're going to be making it all back because of the job that they have. I'm hearing very wealthy businessman. So yeah, your partner could be a very wealthy person, or at least they're very if they're not very wealthy, I feel like they're very good with their money, where they can splurge and then also have like, everything in order financially. Like, they're not robbing Peter to pay Paul. They're very good with managing their money, even if they don't have like a great bit of wealth. And I do feel that by the time the honeymoon comes to a close, you're not gonna want to go. Like, you're gonna want to live there. You're like, oh my gosh. And I feel like you might even make a promise to return there, like for every anniversary. I don't know if that's gonna like hold up for the rest of your lives, but I feel like you're gonna want to at least return there for the next few years for your anniversary, to like relive that experience. And I feel like you're going to be worn out, because I feel like you're going to have a lot of amazing sex that just, not just like amazing, but I'm picking up like you're going to have soul snatching sex with each other. Like, you're going to snatch each other's souls with the love making on this honeymoon. And I feel like the whole energy and the heat is going to be heightened because of the place that you're in. Like, I'm hearing it's super sexy. Like, the destination where you're gonna be for the honeymoon, it's like it has this ambiance that's super sexy that just makes you want to get it on frequently. And so between the attraction you already have with each other, the love you share, and the place, the environment that you're in, you're gonna be getting it on like maybe more or better than you probably have before. And it's not to say that you didn't have amazing sex before. I just feel like the sex in this place is going to be special because It's something about the energy around this vacation that just brings out like another side of each of you. And I feel like by the end of it, not even by the end of it, I feel like mid honeymoon, your person is going to be like, I chose the right person to marry. Like, oh my gosh, like that's my wife, that's my husband. You're going to be saying the same thing about them. But I feel like you're both going to be so enamored with each other and so happy that you're married and just admiring each other. And like I said, the environment is super sexy. And so I feel like you all are going to appear sexier than you normally would. Again, it does not speak to your normal attraction to each other. It's just it's I keep getting like this, it's a very heightened energy. And I feel like it's like a spirit, not a bad spirit, but it's like this honeymoon. It's like it's this spirit and this place in between the two of you that's just heightening the whole experience. So you feel very grateful. And it's like you're going to have many moments during the vacation where you just stop and stare at one another and say, like, I made the right choice. Like, I'm never leaving this man. I'm never leaving this woman because they are it. Like they are everything I could ever dream. If you never or you if you had any doubts about whether this person was the person of your dreams, I feel like that question is going to be answered on this honeymoon because of the way they fuck you, because of this whole experience, because of like, the way you vibe with each other. It's like I think what really this hideaway feel is going to allow you all to maybe experience each other without distractions. And it's not to say that you all haven't had like, and especially if you all have only been dating for months before you got married, I feel like you probably had a lot of moments prior to the wedding where you spent time together, but maybe it was cut short, or there were like people around, or there were distractions in some way to the time that you normally spend. And something about this uninterrupted time with no distractions, no like, I feel like wherever you're going, like it's not going to be a good reception either. So you're not going to be distracted by the phone or social media. So when I mention distractions, it's not to say like maybe you have like a whole bunch of people around all the time, but maybe when I mention distractions, like maybe you all had your phones will distract you, social media, when you're spending time together, like you'll be spending time together and all of a sudden like you get a phone call or you get a text message you have to answer, especially if your person, as I picked up, is a very busy person with work. With them taking the time off uninterrupted with you for the first time, or maybe for the first time in a while, if you have been dating for years, it's just going to make you connect on a different level and just make you realize like how grateful you are for each other, and also like make you realize even more that you made the right choice by marrying each other. And it's like you're going to say to yourselves like, I'm never leaving this person. Like they are it for me. I just keep getting like they are it for me. Like this honeymoon just solidifies that fact for both of you that you are it for each other. Okay, so that's what I have for destination number 1. Let's move on to destination number 2. Oh, give me a moment, guys. I just have to timestamp this here. What do I keep putting? Okay, so for those who chose destination number 2, what is your honeymoon going to be like? I'm picking up immediately that you and your person might decide to have a multi-destination honeymoon. So you might start out in one place. I'm getting a month. So for this group, you might decide to have a month-long honeymoon, and you might decide to visit multiple locations during the time. Like you're going to travel during your honeymoon. So you're going to start off in one place, enjoy that for a while. I'm hearing like a week. So you might go to 4 different locations within a month and enjoy each of those locations a week at a time. And I feel like you all are both, like you're both wanderlust. So you're really going to enjoy this. This is not something that one person wants and the other person is just like, oh, I guess. I feel like this is something you planned it because this is something that both of you have in common. And so you're going to hit up all, it's like you're going to, it's some place, I'm hearing Nepal. So that could be on someone's destination list during this wedding. But I feel like you all have some places, like, I feel like you all have traveled to a number of places already individually and maybe even together. But there are some places on your bucket list that you haven't visited. And I'm picking up like two people sitting down with the list of all the places they've traveled to, and you're going through like, okay, we both been there, and you're checking out four locations that neither of you, well, yeah, it's like you have a list of all the places you travel, seeing all the places you have in common, and maybe adding on four new places that you've never been, or maybe you're pulling up a list of all the places you have traveled and it includes the places that you want to travel, and you're checking out all the places you've been already, and you're deciding on four locations mutually that you have never been to, and that's how you're deciding where to go. So yeah, I'm hearing like lucky draw. So I'm also getting like someone doing like a bowl pick. So maybe you all, somebody is going to, maybe some couples might even decide to write down a bunch of those destinations and on pieces of paper and put them in a bowl, shake them up, and they'll say, okay, um, I pick two, you pick two, and those are the places we go to. For some people, it's not going to be four locations. It might be two different destinations you go to within the month. Or maybe for some of you, it could be that you have a 2 week honeymoon versus a month. So it could vary in this group. But I'm picking up like it might be like a fishbowl type of selection where you all write down several locations, put them in a bowl or a hat, shake them up. Your person pulls two, you pull two, or your person pulls one, you pull one. And that's how you decide the destinations for your honeymoon. I feel like one of these places you're gonna go to is a place that you or your person feel very connected to. And this could be in the way of like maybe you all have roots there. Like maybe you all have like an ancestry that's tied to this place, one of the places you travel to, but you've never actually been there. So I'm also hearing Ghanaian. So this is just an example. For some of you, it could be Ghana that you travel to for one of your destinations. So some of you, it could be like, for instance, as I mentioned, Ghana, someone has Ghanaian roots and they've never actually been to Ghana. They've never probably met, anyone that has their ancestry there. But the selection, they choose to go there and discover and experience what they feel is their homeland. This could even be like someone going, maybe did it like a DNA test and discovering they have like a percentage of, for instance, Ghanaian blood or ancestry, and like they want to go there. Like maybe that place has like the highest concentration of their DNA, and they decide to go to this place to just discover their roots and just get the feel of the land where their blood comes from. So, yeah, you could be a very conscious couple like that. I'm picking up for somebody. But for most of you, I'm getting this group is not going to be like the island paradise honeymoon. You're going to places that have meaning to both of you, that have a rich history, that maybe are lesser traveled places. I feel like that's really what you all are going to decide on. And I feel like both of you are into that because you travel so much already. The lesser known places or the places that aren't so popular to travel to, that's where you're interested in going. I'm also picking up for someone, it could be that someone was born in a particular country, but they moved when they were really little, like maybe one or two, and they haven't been back to that place since they moved as a toddler. And that could be one of the destinations for the honeymoon, is to go back to the place that this person was born. That's why I was picking up like roots, ancestry. Yeah, it could be something like that as well. Like going back to the place one of you were born. Or it could even be like a place that both of you, like maybe your person was born somewhere and you were born in another place and you all haven't been there since you were a child, and nobody in your family or immediate family lives there anymore. So it's really you just taking it upon yourself to go back to where you were born or where you came from and enjoy it as an adult. Very interesting. I'm also picking up humanitarian work. So you all, somebody in this group might even decide that they want to spend their honeymoon going to a place where they can do humanitarian work. So maybe traveling to like a poorer country and helping out with some causes. Maybe you all have, both of you are, that's, I'm hearing that's how some of you have met, doing humanitarian work. And so that work or that type of work is very near and dear to both of your hearts. And so you could say, or both of you could decide that that's what you would rather spend your honeymoon doing, like giving back to others, helping others, because that's how you experience the most joy in your life, is when you're giving back to others. Again, I'm picking that pick of the draw type of energy. So it's again that fishbowl hat selection. Like, let's pick two random destinations of places we've never been before. I'm also hearing Poland. So I'm picking up a lot of variation of different places that those who selected this group could be traveling to. Somebody could have like a Polish great great grandfather. Goes back to what I was mentioning earlier about like going back to a place where you have ancestry roots, but your family hasn't been there in a very long time, but you want to go back to like rediscover those roots and just explore the land. I'm also picking up safari. So might, some couples might decide to include some sort of go to a place where I'm hearing Serengeti. So that could be a destination for somebody, but I'm also picking up like safari energy. Some people could decide to include a place with the very popular safari. Uh, what do you call it? Safari. Oh my gosh, why am I blanking on what they call it? Exhibit? Yeah. They could decide to include that in one of their honeymoon destinations. But either way, I just get that you all are gonna really enjoy it, because it's the honeymoon is gonna be tailored to your personalities. And I feel like you have the part of the personality that chose this to do for your honeymoon is what you have in common. And I feel like it's very near and dear to both of your hearts. Whatever you choose to do, whether it be humanitarian work, going back to a place that you have, to rediscover your roots or where you were born, or going to a place that's lesser traveled that you've never been to, whatever the case is, this is a mutual thing for both of you. It's not one partner dragging the other along. This is something that you're going to mutually agree on, because you're mutually invested in doing your honeymoon this way. And I feel like you all are going to love the experience. It's exactly who the two of you are, who you are as a couple. And I'm not getting like a lot of passionate energy. I'm not to say that you all aren't going to, have your passionate alone, intimate moments, you are going to have that. But I feel like that's not really going to be the highlight of your honeymoon. The highlight of your honeymoon is wherever you're traveling to, and like the experiences that you have there, like taking all of the history, experiences, the nature, the environment in. That is what gets you all excited. That's the rush that you all live for. And so, yeah, this is going to be tailored to the two of you. And while other people may not agree with it, or other people might criticize you all for doing your honeymoon this way, it doesn't matter, because this is what you all want to do. And so you're doing it exactly how you want to do it, and you're going to enjoy the hell out of it. That's what I get. Okay, so for those who chose destination number 3, let me timestamp this here. Okay. Destination number 3. I'm picking up Europe. And it's a possibility that for some of you, you might decide to travel to multiple places within Europe, so multiple countries. Because the way Europe is set up, like the countries are not that far apart. You know, you could take a train, an hour or so from, one country to the other. So I feel like you all might, you might actually do that. You might actually travel by train to different countries within Europe. And I saw, like, what I'm picking up is like, it's a post I saw about some kind of express in Europe that has like a very romantic feel. It's like a scenery type of travel thing. It's like you stop off in the countries, but like even along the way they take a scenic route through all the places. And so you get like a great view. And I feel like the experience, as I remember, the experience on the train is also very exquisite. So yeah, I feel like uh, some couples might do that for their honeymoon. They might sign up for this scenic train ride experience through Europe. And I'm also hearing 7 days. So yeah, you can do it for a week. But I feel like you all are gonna really enjoy it. I feel like you all are kind of bougie, and so, um, yeah, I feel like it comes with all the bougie trimmings. This whole trip and the way you travel, I feel like everything about it is like old, rich, like 19th century bougie. That's the energy, or I'm picking up from this honeymoon that you're gonna take. I feel like you might stop off to museums and see exhibits. I feel like you are very much into like old. Um, I'm here. I just keep hearing 19th century. You could be into very like Victorian era type of exhibits and scenery and dress and things like that. It's not to say you're gonna dress like that, but I feel like you're gonna take in everything you can that would kind of feed into this aesthetic. Like everything that would have to do or could be very similar to the 19th century aesthetic, I feel like that's what you're going to sign up to do for your honeymoon. Now, with this group, I feel like the feminine energy might be more into that, and like the masculine energy might, like, they're not necessarily opposed to it, but it might not be something they're like as excited about as the feminine energy. But they're not mad about it either, because I feel like this person, the feminine energy, either they're very cultured, or because they had a lot of experience, traveling and taking in different cultures and stuff like that, or this person has like researched and maybe they have always had a passion for like the 19th century European aesthetic, and like to actually experience it finally, gets them really excited. So they've done their research for a long time over the years. Like they have a wealth of knowledge. And I feel like the masculine energy, like they weren't too picky about where to go. Because I feel like this person might not be as cultured or as interested in things like that. So the reason why they're going along with it is because this person was like, they didn't really have any place or anything they were passionate about doing for the honeymoon. I'm hearing they're gonna pay for it. So yeah, the masculine energy for a lot of you might pay for it, or they might contribute the lion's share for the honeymoon trip. But I feel like they're going to like the feminine energy is gonna enjoy like teaching the masculine energy about everything that they experience along the way. So I feel like the masculine energy is gonna come out having like a newfound respect for the feminine. Not to say they didn't respect them before, but it's like they have a new level of respect because they didn't know like how much this person knew about all of this stuff. And like I'm hearing etiquette, so maybe they're going to teach them things about etiquette on this trip, and just what the feminine energy pours into them, they're really going to appreciate it, and I feel like they're going to take it back with them. And I feel like they're going to brag on it to like their friends. I'm hearing coworkers too, and be like, yeah, you know, my partner, you know, they had me up in this cafe, and you know, we were drinking like, you know, this really expensive wine, and like, you know, you had to hold your fork like this, and then you had to put your napkin like that. It's like this person never had anything like that, but the fact that their partner is has introduced them to all of this, like they really appreciated it. It's like, yeah, you need to get you a partner like mine, you know, like my partner, like they really put me on, you know, to all this little bougie stuff. Like it was dope though. It was like I'm getting like it was, they're gonna say like it was dope. Like I really enjoyed it. Like I didn't even think I would like all of that stuff the way I did. You all are gonna stay in um like a Victorian style hotel. I'm picking up. It could even be, I'm hearing the oldest hotel. So wherever you're staying at, it could even be multiple places you stay, multiple hotels. But I feel like one of the places, at least if it is multiple, is going to be known as like the oldest hotel in town or something like that. And again, this is due to the feminine's research. Like she's been like a 19th century whore, so to speak, for like as long as she's been alive. So she's been, I feel like she's been planning for this honeymoon since she was a little girl for some of them. And this is everything she ever dreamt. When you all, I'm also getting like the masculine energy is gonna fuck the shit out of the feminine energy. Like in the nights, like when you spend your days doing all your little stuff, little bougie activities, when you come to bed in that hotel room at night, that masculine energy is going to fuck the shit out of you. And I feel like it's going to be the result of like the new level of respect and appreciation that he's gaining for you. It's like seeing how smart and passionate you are. Again, it's not to say that they haven't seen this in you before, but it's like seeing you in your, that's it, seeing you in your element. Because you have studied this stuff, but I don't feel like you've actually been able to truly take it in and experience it until now. And so seeing you in your element just gets this person like super horny for you. And like at night they're just gonna be taking you in a way, they're gonna be like a beast in the sack, I'm hearing, and just loving the hell out of you, like eating and licking every ounce and inch of you. And I feel like you're gonna be looking at them like whenever that the nights after you have your passionate lovemaking, you're gonna be looking at them like, who are you? I didn't even know you had this in you. Like you were good before, but wow, like that you're great. Like this is a beast I'm making love to at night. And you're gonna be like, I need to bring you around this kind of stuff more often. I'm picking that somebody's saying that as well. And when I say you're gonna be indulging in like everything to do with this aesthetic, like you might even be going to like I'm picking up like a class. I don't even know if things like this exist, but like a class or a place that they design like 19th century wear, like those big dresses with the corsets and stuff like that. I'm getting like a costume shop, but I'm getting something about like seeing the process, like the process of how these are made being taught in a class. So, yeah, some of you could be taking that in or observing people making dresses and wear like that, or going to some sort of show that has this aesthetic and taking that in. And it's again like it's some kind of exhibit, something that you can observe that is like a show with a bit of participation involved. Because I'm getting that you're going to participate in some way. And again, your masculine is going to be so turned on about you being in your element because you're going to be very great at the participation part of it as well. So, yeah, that's very interesting. That one was very interesting. But I hope you all enjoyed that. Again, thank you to whoever requested that topic. Again, if you would like to check out your monthly zodiac readings or your general forecast for the rest of the year, your love forecast for the rest of the year, go ahead and check out the Vimeo links below to view those. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, link to that information can be found below as well. Follow me on Instagram at Serene Dream Things for daily guidance, and I'll be back with my readings, lovelies. Bye.